Hi there and welcome back. Now, as we mentioned in the previous lesson, Korean language uses two different types of particles to indicate what a subject is. Topic marker particles and subject marker particles. And although these particles are used to indicate what a subject is, in everyday speech, Koreans actually speak without using these particles. Now, that doesn't mean that they're dropped all the time, because there are times when you absolutely have to use these particles, because these particles give extra meaning to the sentence. So over the next few lessons, we're going to look at how these particles are used in sentences and how they give meaning to the sentence. Let's first look at the structural aspects of these particles. Now, whether you use the topic particles 은 and 는 or subject particles 이 and 가 depends on whether the syllable before the particle has a 받침 or doesn't have a 받침. For the noun 학생, because the final syllable 생 has an 이응 받침, we use the topic particle 은. But for this subject, 나, which only has one syllable, there is no 받침, so we use the particle 는. Similarly, with the subject marker particles 이 and 가, if the syllable before has a 받침, then we use the particle 이. But if the syllable before doesn't have a 받침, we use the particle 가. And with the pronoun 나, it changes to 네 when it's used with the particle 가. Let's look at a few other examples. 선생님은, 선생님은, 형은, 형은, 엄마는, 엄마는, 친구는, 친구는. So as you can see in all these examples, we use 은 if the syllable before has a 받침. If not, then we use 는. Here are the examples using 이, 가. 선생님이, 선생님이, 형이, 형이, 엄마가, 엄마가, 친구가, 친구가. So likewise, if the syllable before the particle has a 받침, then we use 이. If the syllable before the particle doesn't have a 받침, then we use the particle 가. Okay, so that's the structure of how these particles are used, but let's look at how they give meaning to the sentence. Now, the key difference between topic particles and subject particles is what they focus on in the sentence. The topic particles focus on what the subject does, or what's being said about the subject, whereas the subject particles focus on the subject itself. Now, to better understand what this means, consider these two questions in English. What's Minsu doing? Who's studying? Now, the first question focuses on the action, what Minsu is doing. And the second question focuses on who's doing the action, so the subject. So if we answer the first question in Korean, as the first question focuses on the action by the subject, we can use the topic particles and say 민수는 공부해요. 민수 is studying. 민수는 공부해요. So we use topic particles 은 and 는 to describe what the subject is doing. On the other hand, to answer the second question, which focuses on the subject, then we would use the subject particles 이 or 가 and say 민수가 공부해요. 민수 is studying. 민수가 공부해요. So although in English they mean the same thing, in Korean, depending on whether you want to focus the attention on the subject or what follows after the subject, you will use either the topic or subject particles. Let's look at a few other examples. What's 민수 eating? 민수는 빵을 먹어요. 민수 is eating bread. 민수는 빵을 먹어요. Who's eating the bread? 민수가 빵을 먹어요. 민수 is eating bread. 민수가 빵을 먹어요. So as you can see, if the focus is on what the subject is doing, then we use topic particles. And if the focus is on the subject, then we use subject particles. Okay, so let's move on to the final practice and read some of the phrases and sentences we have seen in this lesson. In this final practice, we're going to do one independent reading practice of some of the phrases and sentences we have seen in this lesson. As you read the phrases and sentences, do keep in mind about the structural aspects of topic and subject particles and the key difference in the way they focus on different elements of the sentence. So if you're ready, let's begin.
나는, 나는. 학생은, 학생은. 친구가, 친구가. 형이, 형이. 민수는 공부해요. 민수는 공부해요. 민수가 공부해요. 민수가 공부해요. 형은 빵을 먹어요. 형은 빵을 먹어요. 형이 빵을 먹어요. 형이 빵을 먹어요.
Great job today. Well done. In today's lesson, we learned the structural aspects of topic and subject particles and how they're used to focus on different elements in the sentence. In the next lesson, we'll learn another way we use topic and subject particles. So I'll see you soon again in that lesson. Bye-bye.